Hey, yo, GMS fam, the green room. What's going on, y'all? How y'all feeling? It is Wednesday. Glad to have y'all back around for the GMS show. Appreciate you. I thought you said you weren't going to do Mitch. Hey, you know how many times I get these people keep popping up and saying the same shit. I thought you weren't going to talk about 5150 no more. Oh, don't they love when niggas stand on shit? Anyway, what up, GMS fam? Shout out Ty Ward, Reaper Rails, Glorious Johnson, Southern California, Sanaa, Heroic Dose, Alma, Pedro, Zen Master. Oh, what's going on, y'all? We got to talk about some shit today. We got a lot of topics to spring forward, but first and foremost, we got to get to what happened. I woke up to a shitstorm. Apparently, this is no laughing matter. So let me turn this music down a little bit. This is no laughing matter. What happened last night? Some allegations sprung back up. We got Jasbo in the house. What up, Jasbo? What up, Binky? I see you. So for those that don't know, some months ago, Billy Sorrells woke up one morning and decided that he was going to put some information out there about YouTuber Black Babble. And what happened was it created a shitstorm of, is Black Babble this guy or is he that guy? Is this true? Is this not true? Is this some shit niggas is making up because they don't like him? It's all over the place. So I'm like, of course I talked about it. You know, we covered the situation. You know, we watched the lives with Billy talking about it and just covered everything. And what it came down to at the end of the day was Billy saying he was going to present proof. He said he talked to an aunt. He said he talked to a cousin. He said he was going to have them on a show or to interview them. He said he just said all this shit. And what happened was Babble stepped away from the internet and took a break, or matter of fact, retired basically in a video basically explaining that, you know, to put it all in a nutshell, it's just he had enough with how things were going without really addressing the allegations. So it kind of left everybody like, the fuck? Is there some validity to what Billy was saying? Yet there's still no proof out there. There was no interview. There was no, you know, nothing put up out there. There was no proof after that. It was just he said, she said, and you take whoever's word for it. But me personally, like I said on my live that day when I talked about it and behind the scenes to Babble himself, I have to step back and I have to just let this play out. If it's true, I can't fuck with you. If it's not true, then you gotta let Billy have it. That's the defamation of character. That's all types of shit. But nothing came from it. It's not my situation. I can only advise motherfuckers what to do from that point. He stepped away for a while. We didn't hear nothing else from Billy about the situation. Then Babble steps back on the scene. All this talk kind of died down. You know, when he came back, there was little, you know, chirps of, hey, you know, Babble's back. He didn't address blah, blah, blah. But from whatever, he got right back on pace. Commenting on the 5150 show and, you know, different situations that was going on, the Ryan situation and all types of stuff, you know, me included. What it turned into last night was allegations resurfacing of the same shit, and Corey letting it be known that there was somebody beforehand who had brought these allegations to the forefront some months ago, aka the only person that being is Billy. So I can only assume, I can't say for a fact, but I can only assume that, you know, him and Billy had a conversation and that was something that Billy brought to him and was like, yeah, he's this, he's that. I had a conversation with the aunt, I had a conversation with the cousin and all this types of shit. Now, Corey's a smart guy. He knows not just to run with shit, super heavy, but we have seen him run with shit and talk about it as if he knew it was a matter of fact, then turning around and kind of backtracking from it, aka the Rick Ross situation, or, you know, even the Just Hilarious situation, or anything, or Pierre Edwards situation. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Gary Owen, it's a whole bunch of other shit that we've seen him say. But this is the thing. This is the thing about being human. I'm not downing Corey for doing a human thing. What I am saying is that the trend of things has been to just go out the window with some shit. And then next thing you know, there being no actual proof behind it besides the things that are actually important. Now, this is actually an important situation right here, because dealing with pedophilia is never a funny thing. It's never nothing to play with. It's never nothing to just throw onto somebody as a label. When you do that, you have to come with proof. You have to come with proof. You have to. Now, unlike the previous situation with Billy, after this happened last night on the 5150 show, Black Babble responded immediately. If you guys want to see his video, I advise you to watch his video. It's about 30-something minutes long. He explains everything from the beginning of how he started, his intentions, other things that he was into when it came with the Doughboy situation, and even behind the scenes things with that. You know, it was very insightful and it was something to listen to. But at the same time, let me be my unbiased self. And Babble knows this. I can't take either side for truth. Now, granted, I speak to Black Babble, like we conversate via messages about certain subjects. Of course, the subjects that we talk about on our YouTube pages. When it comes to personal life, we never discussed our personal life like at all. Like I don't talk about, hey, you know, today I'm going to the Mall of America with my daughter, and you know what I'm saying? We don't do none of that. It's strictly business and going about how we do this shit. So I don't have friends on either side. Let's get that clear. I'm cool with Babble. The other guys, we don't know each other like that. We're not cool like that at all. That's not it. We don't speak behind the scenes. So when it comes to how I move in this situation, I myself personally need proof. If niggas are making egregious statements and accusations against somebody else, there needs to be proof. I don't give a fuck if I'm cool with the nigga or not. I'm pretty sure most people that subscribe to him and follow him would like to know if it was something that was true. Now, Babble explains in his video that he posted today that he basically all of it is lies. None of it is truthful. There's no record, there's no police report, there's no false accusations, there's nothing on his name, his government name, not his YouTube name, not Babble, his government name, which I don't know. I don't know Black Babble's name. Matter of fact, I don't even have Black Babble's number. When we conversate, it's through social media. So that just goes to show you how tight we are. But I'm not the type of nigga to just jump on a bandwagon and start labeling somebody something and run with it because the opposition doesn't like him. Does that mean I rule it out completely? No, because I'm not a dumb nigga. I don't just ride for motherfuckers just because I like people, or just because I'm cool with motherfuckers, or if I'm a fan of motherfuckers. I don't just do that. When y'all should know this by now. If you've watched anything that I've done, it doesn't matter if I'm a fan of you or if I fuck with you or not. If I find a problem with something, I will speak on it. And it's a little alarming that this shit is brought back up, and not even in the sense of, oh shit, you got to watch out for Black Babble, but now it's at a point where now it's on both sides now. So Black Babble made his statement. He's saying everything is false. He's saying it's not true. He's saying there's no validity to it. Okay. Now, because Corey put this in the air, because he brought this up himself, once again, nobody volunteered this information out to the public besides Billy. So when you put this out in the air, all I'm saying is there should be some proof behind it. And when that happens, or if that happens, please believe it will be discussed. But I just can't ride with an accusation. And I have to say this. Billy, our small conversation that we had about this back then and now has been the same. If you think that people are just supposed to run with a story, that's insane. And when it comes to somebody like Billy, who we know has started fires and just waited for them to be put out by themselves, you can't just take this man's word for it. I don't know why. I mean, I kind of know why it doesn't comprehend to him. You know, some people that are just out here and just kind of lost up here and just mentally not right, they'll try to get around a situation without bringing any logic to the situation. It shouldn't be hard to understand that somebody wants proof of somebody being a pedophile before they make judgments on somebody. That is logical thinking. That is being a smart human being. That is being somebody with common sense. And I guess me asking about this proof again, because it seems like this has been brought up again without proof once again, makes me messy. But if me wanting to know if somebody I'm cool with and conversate with from time to time is a pedophile, wanting proof of that is being messy, well, I guess I'm messy. To be honest, I guess so. But if that's being messy, what the fuck do you call telling the world that somebody sucked your dick when he supposedly actually didn't? What do you call posting about your baby mom every week in your personal business and how you want to do X, Y, and Z to motherfuckers? What do you call that? What do you call trying to tell the world that you had nudes of Just Hilarious only to say that it was a prank to get your numbers up? What do you call that, Billy? Even Craig had to say some shit recently. Now I know him and Craig are cool. I'm not trying to kick up no dust, but it really shows you how certain people move. I'm not finna get rid of my logic because a nigga's famous or a nigga got followers or a nigga got clout or notoriety. That's dumb. I don't move like that. I am a proof having ass nigga. I need proof. And if there is none, I'm not going to ride for nobody. It's just going to be up in the fucking air between y'all. I'm just bringing up examples. You can't tell me that I'm X, Y, and Z when niggas have shown to be that in public. But I do hope that this situation is rectified, because I don't know if we'll hear about it next week. I wouldn't doubt if Corey's lawyers called him like, hey man, now look, you can't be doing this type of shit, man. You can't be doing this type of shit. But I mean, we all know Corey is gonna say what's on his mind and say it like it is and however he feels. So I mean, that's expected. Ken Dog said, Babble explained where this shit comes from. Babble made money off Billy's real life drama. Billy started the pedal rumor as a get back whole shit. And in this game, that's another thing I wanted to bring up. I'm glad you brought that up before I move to the next subject, because we got to talk about D. Oh, we can't let D slide, man. What happened last night, I was like, you know what, let me watch this episode. I watched it today. And I'm looking at the comments like, what did D do? And it seemed like D was on bullshit all night. And we gonna definitely talk about this. We gonna talk about that. But I wanted to explain this, man. In this entertainment space, people are gonna try to bring shit out of you. They're going to try to make you emotional about this shit. They're going to try to make you put your feelings into this shit so that you can trick yourself out of a position. It almost happened with me. That's why people talking about, I thought you were going to talk about 5150 no more. I said that because I let my feelings get involved with the entertainment industry. When I don't even know these niggas. I don't know these niggas. Why the fuck do I care? I'm going to talk about what the fuck I want to talk about. Niggas ain't finna do shit to me. Are you crazy? And I keep my name clean in these streets, man. I'm a herb, man. I'm a hermit crab. I stay in my shell, and I do my shit low key. Not on that side of the game, what they talking about, but just anything, man. Like I don't be out here like that. I ain't got the mentality of a dirty nigga. I'll speak about the bullshit. I'll talk about the bullshit and the controversy going on, but I'm not no dirtbag. But we gotta talk about D, man. So last night, D, for some reason, D gets touched in a nerve when people start calling her out for for keeping that punani in the streets. Oh my God. Shout out to Marcus for holding his own, or for standing up for this subject. I know a lot of niggas in the chat was like, yes, Marcus, say that shit. Especially the women, especially the black women. Oh my God, they was sitting up there. I swear to God, I know y'all was in there cheering like a motherfucker. Yes, get on her ass. D, it all started because Marcus still is harboring his feelings about how he was treated on the episode. And matter of fact, I'm being dead ass, bro. I have not watched that whole episode at all with Tiffany Haddish on there. I'm gonna go back and watch it because the people keep saying that Marcus was getting shitted on, and the dynamic seemed like that's the reason I haven't watched it. Right? See, people gonna take that as hating, like, oh, he trying to say he didn't watch it. The reason I didn't watch it is because it got awkward. Like, I don't like watching awkward shit. I'm one of those people. Like, I don't like watching awkward interactions with people. Like when a nigga is like, oh yeah, you know you a fucking nigga that got a girl. Actually, no, I won't. That's awkward. It's fucking awkward. That shit is awkward to me. But I'm gonna go back and watch it because people said that niggas was treating Marcus unfair, and it seemed like D was doing the most. So when Marcus brought up the question of whether or not Marcus would be straight up with women about being monogamous, she took it personal. I don't know why she took that personal. I don't know why him saying that he will be straight up with a woman, or why can't men be straight up with women, is something that she takes offense to. But maybe there's something behind the scenes with that. I don't know. But Marcus called out D for hating when Tiffany came on the show. And she told on herself while trying to make excuses. When Marcus brought up, "You not finna do my friend like that," D got a little embarrassed. And I didn't even know she said that. He said, and as soon as he said it, Corey said, she said, "What?" Yeah, she said, "You ain't gonna do my friend like that. Tiffany ain't D's friend." Look at that shit. That shit's funny. That's funny. And then while he's talking about how you were hating on him while Tiffany was there, you told on yourself, talking about some, yeah, you're not gonna do her like, yeah, I know how you get down. Yeah, you're not gonna. Why the fuck would you? Why are you trying to protect Tiffany Haddish from a nigga that you see every week? You see Marcus every week. You can't even text Tiffany Haddish hello. You with Marcus every week for over a year. and you up here trying to throw salt in this game or whatever you trying to do. What if Marcus was just trying to hit? What if Tiffany was just trying to hit? You ain't even think about her. Your ass was so starstruck, you was trying to downplay Marcus. That's fucked up. Why couldn't she choose? That's one thing I hate. That's how you know a motherfucker hating. And you can't say that she wasn't hating because motherfuckers supposed to choose for themselves. Tiffany is a grown ass woman. And she's not a dumb woman either. You are insinuating that Tiffany can't choose or think for herself. So you got to hop in and help choose for her. That's why Marcus was on your ass. Now, I heard some niggas saying Craig was doing a little too much. I got to watch it myself. I got to reserve judgment. But I'm going to see. Because you never know, man. When men is out there and when you throw some good pussy out there that got money, you know, some niggas be like, I want it, I got to have it. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. Darlene said, and not in these words exactly, but I'm just paraphrasing. If a nigga really has it like that, he can't blame nobody else for not getting the pussy. But if you got people talking down on you to a high valued woman, I'm just saying Tiffany could definitely possibly is a high value woman now that she has her bankroll up and her status up and she can do what she wants. She's not gonna be interested. Hands down. And that's my whole point. That's the gift and the curse. You're with Marcus every week for over a year. You should have that nigga's back. But on the other hand, while you're sitting up there trying to dog him in front of Tiffany, she's thinking to herself, or probably thinking to herself, you know, just thinking that she's a woman with common sense. This girl be around him all the time and she's trying to warn me about this nigga. Oh yeah, let me not get this nigga the time of day. You fucked it up off top. You fucking it up for this nigga. And even and I would expect more of the hate to come from Corey, but even Corey said he wanted somebody on the team to hit Tiffany. Even Corey wanted Marcus to hit something. He said he fumbled the bag, but still, I believe Corey said, I believe him when he said he wants somebody to hit. That's happened to me before back in the day. When there was somebody out there, there was somebody who I know I wasn't finna hit, and I knew my homie had a chance. I'd be like, nigga, hit that for us. Just hit it for us one time, man. Shit. Do it for the squad, nigga. Every man can relate to that. Every man can relate to that. I don't want to hear none of y'all say no. That is a real thing that happens with men. Ladies, if you don't know, now you know. Darlene tried to put her son on with Tiffany while trying to put Marcus down. Can you believe that? Because she basically was saying her son was a better nigga than Marcus. She's saying her son, who is the spawn of the man that didn't want nothing to do with her, is a better man than Marcus. And you know what? I won't dispute that. Because Lil Ice does seem like a solid nigga. Not everybody is like they pops. And you know what? Who knows what happened in their relationship? Let me be fair to D. Who knows what happened there? Let me not go off of what chat room goons say. That would be against my morals and my beliefs. Let me not play D like that. Who knows what happened? Maybe Ice was a piece of shit and she was like, I don't want to deal with that no more. But that is still a dirty fucking move. Oh, don't mess with this sweaty armpit motherfucker over here. I got a son that's perfect for you right here, trying to get your song in the bag. I see what you doing, Darlene. The worst part about it is D is in denial, man. She's in denial. I think that's that. And Corey has said this so many times. Darlene is in denial that the dudes that she got involved with are most likely the men Corey speak of who tell her what she want to hear just to get the pussy. And the reason I say this is because we all know D has had several boyfriends, maybe a couple, several, who knows, boyfriends since her and Ice-T have not been together. And you mean to tell me none of these men have become her husband with her morals and her criteria of a man? Does D even want to get married? I don't know. But none of these guys have stuck around long enough to be solid in her mind. But somehow she's in denial every time this man brings up the fact that these are the type of niggas that be running game on her. You live in a place where a lot of these people really don't have genuine intentions with people. You live in a Hollywood area, you in a Hollywood setting. A lot of these people do not have loyalty on their mind. And it's sad to say that a lot of people know her of being the ex-girlfriend and baby mom of Ice-T. And to a lot of niggas, that is a badge of honor if you can hit that. Especially with the notoriety she has surrounding the 5150 show. And I'm just speaking on from a man's perspective. This isn't me talking shit about D. I'm just talking about how dudes approach shit. It's better not to be in denial than to be in denial, is what I'm saying. Now, you can't blame all men. At some point, you got to blame yourself, Darlene. And she don't want to admit she been giving it up in these streets. And I think it's because she will feel like she's a hoe due to how, I guess, Corey speaks on women on the show. But it doesn't make you more or less of a woman just because you want to do what the fuck you want to do. It don't make you none of that. Matter of fact, Marcus said something I got to repeat. Marcus said, he said, D be having fuck buddies at 55. Look, man, I'm just saying, ain't nothing wrong with that, especially if you know a nigga ain't shit. Let me just say that. Ain't nothing wrong with that, Darlene, especially if you know a nigga ain't shit. If you want to get your rocks off, get your rocks off. Don't try to, when you start to put a label on it and when you start to feel ashamed about it, that's when people will actually start shaming you about it. You know what I'm saying? Broadway said, ain't nobody seeing that Geritol box as a badge of honor. Stop the cat, my guy. You obviously don't look at 5150 comments, bro. That chat room be lusting over D like it is no, bro. They be acting like D a porn star. That is a fact. D, stand up. D, show your feet. D, oh look. D, say that again. Nah, niggas really be on that in the chat. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. I'm just calling it like I see it. Now, it fucked me up because the whole time D argues about how these guys, how they talk to women or how they approach women, because she's a one. She thinks of it from a woman's perspective. But on her end, she can talk about the fact that she can just date guys casually without being in a relationship. And that being okay. How can you understand it from your point of view but can't understand it from theirs? I think that's just an emotional thing. You are a single. Well, I say it in two forms. You're single as in a relationship, but you're also a singular woman on the 5150 show, surrounded by men. So I feel like she feels that she has an extra obligation to take up for women as a whole, opposed to just thinking about herself in the situation. Because I think that's what catches her up, when niggas can catch her up in something or make her stumble on her words or backtrack on something, because she'll forget that they're talking about just her and not every woman. Now, as soon as Marcus brought up morals going out the window when it's time to get some dick, she started talking about niggas hating. Now everybody a hater, because after that That's when he saw it. Oh, the morals go out the window when it's time to get some dick. Now she trying to call everybody haters. She trying to say this. She trying to say that. But then it got corny. Because D gets really, really fucking corny when she's mad. Or when she's irritated. Or when she feels like she's being attacked. She gets real corny. She said something like, she made a Pinocchio joke talking about some, yeah, turn you to Pinocchio, and instead of your nose getting longer, you'll get taller. Some shit like that. But what threw me off, man, was the black joke. Now, everybody knows that there's been this running thing with D not liking black people, apparently. And I would hear her make certain jokes, but then I kind of think to myself, well, she's in a room full of black people. What other jokes is she gonna make? You know, besides, hoe jokes or fat jokes or ugly jokes. You know what I'm saying? At some point, you're gonna have to make nobody is exempt from black jokes, white jokes, Asian jokes, Muslim jokes, gay jokes, trans jokes. Nobody's exempt from any of that, especially when you're in a roasting type of setting. Everybody's roasting back and forth. But her comments or her jokes back always seem to be at a time when she is annoyed and when she's frustrated and when she's mad or when she's irritated. And that is not a joke. That is something that's coming from a real place that you putting deep down inside. And she caught herself on this moment. And not every woman that likes black dick will tolerate black people. Listen to this.
What? No, because it sounds fun. Where's your little fanny pack?
Okay, granny pack.
Okay, look at you. I'd like to see what you look like. You already look like a nephew and an uncle.
He is not a fanny pack.
He looks like a nephew and an uncle in one person.
He a wet nap.
At that age. So I'll come holler at you. I'm going to come see you.
You look like a grandmother and a great-grandmother in the same person.
You'll be looking like 80. If you look like an uncle and nephew right now, you're going to be looking all the way grandpa.
If they spray gold on you, you look like an antique. Listen,
just saying. So you should stay out the sun. Don't believe that when they say that black folks can't be in the sun. It does some harm. You got to be careful. I'm looking out.
No, he be wet.
Let me cut the fucking music off. How about that? Let me cut the music off and let me replay that. Because this back and forth.
Grandmother and a great-grandmother in the same
like
person.
80. If you look like an uncle and nephew right now, you're going to be looking all the way grandpa.
If they spray gold on you, you look like an antique. Listen,
just saying. So you should stay out the sun. Don't believe that when they say that black folks can't be in the sun. It does some harm. You got to be careful. I'm looking out.
No, he be wet.
She caught herself a little bit. She caught herself because she realized, she knows she heard the rumors. Darlene heard the rumors. She's seen people say it. She's not naive to people thinking that she don't like black people. So to make that joke at a time when you clearly were irritated, it's more than a joke. That seemed a little personal. But I digress. She also said some things about, see, Corey brought up some things and then she started acting like, because Dee's done this before too, if you watch, she's tried to bring up, her exposing Corey or her letting some information out there. She's just talking about last night, she's waiting for the perfect time to just put some shit out there on Corey. And, hey man, You been around this long, ain't no point of trying to threaten a nigga for exposing some shit, because I'm sure you get exposed for shit about you. That's probably why you haven't done it yet. That exposing shit is crazy, man. That niggas don't even understand. Like, thing is, I don't even want to get into it. I mean, when you talk about exposing people and what they do, and then on top of that, for the subject to be around messing with children, it's like, yeah, man, put that on blast. You got to put it on. You have to put it out there, especially if it's true. But you got to do it across the boards too, man. You know, you never know. Some people around you may be doing some foul shit you didn't know about. You know what I'm saying? You probably have to cut some people loose. You know, I don't know if you've got proof on Babble, but you know, I know about some proof elsewhere about some people and I'm not talking about Corey, I'm not talking about Babble, I'm not talking about Billy, I'm not talking about Ryan. People that you may be close to or were close to really do got some smut on their name, man. And I wish more people would tackle the inside problems first before they try to go at the outside people. But like I said, if there is actual proof out there, we gotta know. You gotta know. Now, few more things I gotta discuss before we move out of here. You know, once again, I appreciate y'all. Hit that like button, by the way. Follow me on my socials because we do talk about a lot of shit on my Instagram. Y'all think I'll be saying some shit here, but a lot of the things that you will not hear or maybe even see goes down on Instagram Live. And I may go live after this live to let y'all know. Nah. Billy said I'm messy, so I don't want to be messy. I don't want to be messy. But niggas talking about calling people out and showing proof. There's proof out here. I've got proof of shit for real. But that's not for me to do. That's for when if niggas feel like they have something else to say about me, I guess. Cuz I don't harbor hate. I just keep things tucked in the safe when motherfuckers feel like they can be outlandish. Keep it entertainment, my guy. Please. Speaking of entertainment, y'all gotta stop interviewing Orlando Brown. Please. Please stop interviewing Orlando Brown. Y'all are trying to catch this man at a horrible spot in his life when he's really going through some real shit. And y'all will let a clip of him talking about somebody giving him head in the industry, another man giving him head in the industry, instead of posting clips about him talking about how the industry did him. Somebody brought up a good point. I don't know if y'all remember the show iCarly. It's a Nickelodeon show, but it's a actor on the show iCarly just came out to talk about how she was treated on Nickelodeon, how these weirdo old pedo niggas was doing X, Y, and Z to her to get her like roles, all types of shit. And everybody is up in arms like, yeah, fuck Nickelodeon, da da da. But this man Orlando Brown keeps telling y'all about the different things he's going through or has gone through in the industry, and y'all just like, oh, this nigga, he crazy, he out of his mind. But I'm not finna show y'all a sensationalized clip. I'm not finna show y'all a clip of him talking about Diddy giving him head or Bow Wow having some good pussy or whatever the fuck he said about Kevin Gates. I'm gonna show y'all this. Pay attention, please.
Okay, I hear you. I feel you.
Yes, sir.
Man, and you know what I'm saying, you're making a lot of progress with everything. You know, what's your day-to-day life like now with everything since Dr. Phil?
I'm on the hideout. They've kidnapped my son. They've silenced my wife. They've seized my house. They've closed my Bank of America account. Yeah, I'm just waiting to die at this point. But realistically, I have goals. But yeah, that's what that's like. You know, my wife has been silenced. My son has been taken from me. Together as a whole, my family has been taken from me. My home has been seized. My bank account has been seized, and I'm supposed to be dead within the next week.
Why are you under this big attack?
Well, that I can't disclose, but I can tell you that all this stuff is true. So Orlando's supposed to be relapsed, and I'm supposed to be homeless and broke again and all this shit. It didn't work, and it's supposed to go down. It's supposed to go down, or I'm supposed to get arrested, or shot, or probably just ambushed at a grocery store or some stupid shit. I don't know. At this point, yeah, like it has to be a shutdown. There has to be some kind of shutdown, but
Please understand that I am nowhere near one of those high conspiracy theory tinfoil hat ass niggas. But I do know one thing or two things can be true. He definitely can be on drugs, and he also can be targeted by the industry that wanted to make him a child star forever. Because there are those people. There are those people that they want to keep child stars forever, even as grown-ass adults. Why you think they got a reboot of iCarly out right now? You understand the girl that plays iCarly is my age. She's fucking 30 years old, 31, some shit. Why the fuck is she playing iCarly? It's just a weird mentality that these companies have, bro, and they still ain't hide. They not trying to be subtle about it either. They know all this shit is out here. They know Me Too is out here. They know women are out here telling their stories about. They don't give a fuck. These people in high power positions with the bread and the connections to do shit, they don't give a fuck. These type of guys, they gotta die out. They really do. Also, some shit that's going down. I don't know if y'all heard this, but R. Kelly and his team requested that the judge deny jurors who have seen the Surviving R. Kelly doc to not be involved with the proceedings. They requested that if anybody has seen the Surviving R. Kelly documentary, that they not be a part of the jury. It's probably going to be extremely hard to find somebody like that given how social media works. Because this is another question that came up today. I don't know how they select jurors nowadays, because jurors are supposed to be unbiased. They're supposed to be there, don't know shit about the situation, but hear everything about it in court and then make a decision. In these days, there's no way that nobody as a juror doesn't know shit that's going on unless it's something local happening. If it's a high profile case, they're going to know about it. I don't know how they get past that. I read about, I didn't read about it. I was watching the video about it. And they brought up a good point. When the George Floyd situation was going, or the Derek Chauvin trial was going on, they made sure that the jurors that were there, I guess, didn't have any type of outside influence or were on social media or was out there watching what other people were saying. I don't know how they did it. They most likely didn't, given, like I said, how social media works. But they were on top of that. They didn't want anybody to be influenced. They didn't want any Black Lives Matter activists or anybody that had Black Lives Matter in their bios. They didn't want none of those people in the courtroom that day. But R. Kelly's team requested that people that saw the doc or anybody that has any ties to seeing the doc or anything like that not be a part of the trial, and they got denied. They got denied. They got denied. So that means that the jury in his next trial, there are most likely going to be people in there who already have a decision made about how they feel about R. Kelly, given them watching the doc. And as far as I know about this trial, it has nothing to do with those accusations or about that doc in particular or any of the accusations that had to go on in the documentary. So there would be no point to have anybody who saw the doc be a juror. But they got denied. And even though I feel like R. Kelly is a nasty motherfucker, some of these shits is kind of ringing true about how they dealing with this situation. The man just got, how many years did they sentence him to? In the first one? It's like, I forget how much time they sentenced him to. But he has more time to go, to be given. What would be the point? But, you know, they gonna deal with it how they want to. They gonna make an example out of R. Kelly as much as they can. Also, I want to say that I'm sending out all my love and light and energy and positive everything to the Bryant family and in their trial right now. You know, they're dealing with some heinous shit. You know, you can say what you want as a sports fan about how you feel about a Kobe Bryant or whatever. I doubt a lot of people have a lot of bad things to say about Kobe, but in a situation when it comes to humanity and motherfuckers taking pictures of dead bodies, including children, and passing that around to they peers and coworkers and using it as a way to just show it off like a fucking meme, they deserve to face the highest consequences, and that department as a whole got to go bankrupt. That whole department got to give up every last dollar to the Bryant family. I don't give a fuck how much money they got already. You got some stupid shit like that happening in your fucking in your vicinity, your whole conglomerate is up for grabs, nigga. It's over for that. And in some of the officers trying to act like they didn't do nothing wrong, like niggas didn't actually take pictures of dismembered bodies. You can't, bruh. You can't make that shit up. How do you not feel wrong about that? How do you not feel wrong about that? So I just want to, I had to say that, man, because that shit really bothered me to hear type of shit that's being said in the courtroom. Even though we know how this is gonna go, it's gonna be one-sided. They're going to win this. But it's just, it's fucking disgraceful and despicable how this shit is going. And it's going to be a forever stain on that sheriff department for doing that bullshit. Rest in peace to Kobe, man. Sending out love to his family, his daughters and everything, man. Everybody, his loved ones, his friends, all that shit. Now, GMS fam, the green room. Like I said, hit that like button, man. Hit that like button on the way out. I need y'all to do me a big favor, man. If you enjoyed today's show, leave a comment under this video when the live is over. I want to see y'all in the comment section, man. Show some love in there. You know what I'm saying? Put the GMS in the live chat, but as soon as I press end on this live, man, I need y'all to come back through and leave a comment on this video. I would most appreciate it a lot. Follow me on my socials. I'll follow everybody back. Hit the Cash App today if you are feeling generous. I would most appreciate it. Big facts. Shout out to the GMS fam. Appreciate y'all for real. We got things to do. We got things to do. Shout out my peoples in the chat, man. I see y'all. And I mean, y'all, especially my moderators. I mean, my moderator. That goes for you too, fiance. Motherfuckers be like, all right, goodbye. Nah, I want to see you in the comment section too. All you motherfuckers, when I say put a comment in the comment section, man, show your boy some love, man. GMS fam, the green room, you know what time it is. We out.